Welcome to OWAD Today. I'm Sophie, your pilot into the universe of Chinese. Let's continue exploring and starting a new week of zigzagging characters. And this character we met before, if you paid attention. It showed as one of the supporting characters to understand another character. I will show you all of them shortly. This is pronounced as yi. It means second, roughly, in English, or English letter B, as a marker of sequence. This is not the first one. This is the second one on an order. So yi, it came from this almost wave-looking thing, from the top left to the bottom right. A little bit background of the framework of how Chinese, when, in this 2D world building system, how the Chinese perceive the world as a general rule. So Chinese is a left-orienting system. If you look at this, the way this wave goes, it does not go horizontal or vertical. It's actually diagonal. And the diagonal from the bottom right to the top left. So there is a sense of a growing further away or growing upward. So because it's Chinese is 2D frame, so in the third dimension, when it's supposed to be going in depth, meaning away from you, or going upward, just like in the 2D frame visually directly when we interpret this, x-axis and y-axis. This y-axis means the height. That automatically built in with that, but there is that second possibility in the, the z dimension. That Chinese leftward facing or forwarding framework make the momentum or the movement from the bottom right, meaning this is the starting point, and then facing toward the left. And either it goes upward or away, there is a sense of moving, going forward, simply because when this language is leftward facing. So there is this building starting point or ending point, because nowadays, without knowing this leftward facing framework, it's hard to guess, given this almost like a random squiggly line. For the most part, when we draw it, then naturally we'll go down from top to bottom, right? Going left to right. But that's probably more right-handed habit or English way of orienting. We're going forward toward the right, but actually Chinese going forwards is toward the left. So the starting point is bottom right. Okay, a little bit lengthy. And you can see here the abstraction of yi, either in simplified Chinese or traditional Chinese. They look the same, almost like close to English letter Z with a little bit of hook over there. That looks quite a departure from this wave sign. And at some point in history, somebody decided to go this way to make things more rectangular, so that the lines on here, yes, we have this diagonal line here, but for the most part, we have the horizontal line that kind of line up. And the bottom is horizontal, and then connect to give you this zigzag sense of feel. And I want to point out the interesting thing is Chinese has a lot of this hook at the very end. That's part of writing system to connect to the next word, using the brush to kind of lift the brush up, and very naturally it will occur this type of hook, and then start from the top again to the next character. So this was part of the writing system, I would say. Okay, so I guess if you collapse this nonlinear imagery, it would make sense to simplify it into a kind of Z. the origin of that, now if you recall, we came across, well, actually we came across 甲, that means shell, but also the starting point of a plant, seed popping from its shell. 乙 is the plant trying to go from underground to above ground, this taking the zigzag upward going journey underground. And then 丙 is finally the sun, the heat from the universe beating down, and then from the space, this plant is getting all the energy and the nutrition it needs, kind of speed up the growing, and then 丁 is the plant get on top of the ground and stand tall, kind of branching out. So this is the imageries of a plant's life journey, and we use 甲乙丙丁 to roughly map to English A, B, C, D. And when we say something comes first or something is the best, that's 甲, and then go in this way. So this origin of 乙 actually is this plant, young plant, zigzagging underground. Okay, this example, 乙型肝炎, 乙 means roughly B, and 型 means type, B type. 肝 is the liver, 炎 is inflation or infection. So 肝炎 is our liver disease description, and the whole thing, 乙型肝炎 is hepatitis B. 甲方乙方 is a common legal term in Chinese contract signing. 甲方is the one who buys. 乙方, so A side, party A, is the buyer. 乙方 is the seller. And we, instead of use AB, we use 甲乙. And in fact, we have 甲方乙方, this kind of entertaining holiday season film. I don't even know which year it published, like a long time ago. And then that's the title of it, talking about how this group of young guys trying to produce all kinds of weird service as the party B to whoever needs it, almost like a role-playing, providing fantasies, providing dreams for people. So that's 乙. Second, thank you for your time. See you another day.